NBA player Ja Morant is facing massive backlash and criticism, and he's potentially in huge trouble with the NBA because he got caught brandishing what appears to be a gun in a social media video for the second time in 2 months. Disaster. So if you're not a basketball fan, there's a brief summary that I'll give you on this story. So Ja Morant is a 23-year-old guard for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's a really good, talented player. The Grizzlies were recently eliminated from the NBA playoffs, though, by the Lakers. So the season is over for them. But Morant specifically is a very successful player, especially given how young he is. He was named Rookie of the Year in 2019. He was selected for the All-NBA second team in 2022. And he was selected for the last 2 NBA All-Star games. His inclusion in the All-NBA second team basically means that he was one of the 6 best guards in the league that year. Now this weekend, a video surfaced showing Morant holding what appears to be a gun in an Instagram live stream that went viral. So you see it in that image. That does appear to be a handgun. The video was recorded by his friend Devontae Pack. It's unknown when or where exactly the video was filmed. So there is a possibility that that was filmed around the time that the initial video that got him in trouble was filmed. And then, because if that happened before he got in trouble for the first video, I think that changes the equation a little bit. If he decided to appear on camera holding a handgun again after he was previously in trouble for the same thing, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? You're so talented, you've got a bright future ahead of you. Just don't be dumb, and doing this would be incredibly dumb, especially if he did it after getting reprimanded the first time. So Cenk, so far, am I doing well? Have I bungled the story?
No,
okay.
Terrific. All right, I'm gonna give you more details, including how much money you might lose because of that 1 second in that video, and how the right wing, at least some portions of it, are jumping to his defense, which I actually find to be somewhat principled. So first, I think this video was a mistake. So they showed it for a second in the video, and then they turned away in a panic, realizing, so he wasn't trying to rub it in people's face. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it in a second video here. I don't think, but still, was it careless and disastrous? Yes. Now, and there's another big difference between the first infraction and the second one. The first one was he was in Denver playing an away game. That means he took the gun on an airplane, which is illegal. It was illegal in a couple of different ways. This one is at home, so not necessarily illegal, which leads one of the Fox News hosts to say, hey, he's got his Second Amendment rights, right?
Well, this is my question, and I know that it probably varies state to state. Are you allowed to just like brandish a handgun like that? I mean, it's so incredibly dangerous. Look, I'm just gonna keep it real. What concerns me about it is he's a black man in a car brandishing a handgun and being super loose with it based on what we saw in that split second. That could get him killed.
Oh, totally. I mean, if police pull you over, I mean, Philando Castile is the best example, but it's happened many times where they say, no, I'm a legal gun owner, and it's in the glove compartment, I have the registration, et cetera. And the cop's like, yeah, okay, that's interesting. Boom, shoots him and kills him because he's worried about the gun in the glove compartment. So it's honestly, especially as a black man, it shouldn't be that way, but you gotta be super careful. He don't look super careful at all. So this is gonna cost him a ton of money, and it could cost him even more. It's a terrible idea any way you slice it. But yeah, no, you can't brandish weapons all the time, depending on the state, right? So in Texas, many other places, you don't need a registration, you don't need, it doesn't have to be concealed. You could just walk around. We've shown you tons of pictures. They walk into Walmart and Target and local grocery store. They got assault weapons, et cetera. But guys, whether it's fair or not fair, and it's definitely not fair, if you're a white guy walking around with an assault weapon, cops aren't gonna shoot you, okay? If you're a black guy in a car and you're playing with a gun, your chance of getting shot are super high, right? And so that's the other disaster here. But now let me talk about the financial disaster. So if he made the All-NBA team, and he's one of the best players in the league, so he probably would have made it, but for this, that's the theory. In his contract, he would have gotten an extra $39 million.
Oh my God.
Okay, so that's gone. And I'm hearing now that Nike has dropped out. They were a sponsor. That's $12 million. That's gone. Okay. And now Powerade, another sponsor, might drop them, and that's another $8 million. Okay.
Wow.
So, I mean, this is all happening real time here. So that's the latest info I have. But that's about combined, that's about $60 million for messing around. And stop playing with the gun, man. It's not that complicated. $60 million playing around with a gun was worth that much to you? And look, man, just please grow up, for Christ's sake. And like we said, it might even be worse if you start showing that around town.
So as we mentioned, he did get in trouble back in March for a similar thing. Some of the details are a little different. So he was punished for doing this in March. In March, he was seen holding a gun at a nightclub in Colorado, as Cenk mentioned. He got caught doing this because he posted it on his Instagram live stream, which that's another part of the story that blows my mind. Like the oversharing on social media. And maybe it comes with maturity, but stop doing it. It's just not smart. Now, an investigation confirmed that the gun was not his own, the gun that he was caught with in March. The NBA ended up suspending him for 8 games, and Morant spent some of that time undergoing counseling in Florida. When he returned, this is what he told the media, quote, "I went to counseling to learn how to manage stress, cope with stress in a positive way instead of ways I've tried to deal with it before that caused me to make mistakes. Obviously, I've made mistakes in the past that cause a lot of negative attention, not only to me, but my family as well, my team, the organization, and I'm completely sorry for that. So my job now is, like I said, to be more responsible, smarter, and don't cause any of that no more." So he said that, seemed like he had learned a lesson. Now, after the Grizzlies' recent loss to the Lakers, Morant said once more that he's working on self-control. This is his quote, "I've just got to be better with my decision making," Morant said after the 125-85 point loss to the Lakers on April 28th. That's pretty much it. Off the court issues affected us as an organization pretty much, just need more discipline. So he has some self-awareness, which is a good thing. It's just that he's got to follow through on what he knows he needs to do in order to keep things straight.
Look, at the same time, I don't want to paint him as like some oh shucks, innocent guy.
He's 23. Like,
no, I did a lot of dumb things when I was 23.
Yeah.
I totally get it. At the same time, I'm gonna tell you one more thing that's gonna make you not like him so much. I mean, not that we liked him in what he's done, but it feels like dumb mistakes from a young guy, right? But he had a high school recruit over at his house. They got into a fight when they were playing basketball in the backyard, and he came out with a gun.
Oh, come on.
What are you doing?
Come on.
What are you doing? Why are you brandishing a gun with a high school kid? Are you nuts? And so he's got to get his head straight, man. Because that is. And then, by the way, it's not just cops. Other folks can shoot you if you're showing everybody a gun, right? So this is a disaster in the making. One last thing on the finances. He's probably gonna get a very significant suspension at the beginning of next year, which is gonna cost him a ton of more money, in the tens of millions potentially. So this thing could get up all the way to $100 million that he loses. I mean, he hasn't lost all that yet, but he's lost a giant chunk of it already, and he's on his way to losing more of it. So it's a disaster in every way. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.